Welcome back to Full On Football with our guest tonight, John Perin, legend of South Australian football, and Kon Antoniou, legend of Adelaide Comets. State League segment, guys. We're moving right along. We move quick here. Unlike you would probably have to be putting up against some players.
Hang on, Con's very, very quick. I've seen him. I've seen him running from his car. He's very quick.
Yeah, speaking of that, I have too. Look, John, State League, basically we've got 6 teams in contention for the top 5 spots, and both the debutants, Sassy and West Adelaide Blues, 1 and 2 on the table.
Yep.
Not surprising, you think?
No, it's not. No, I know West Adelaide Blues that's the old West Adelaide, of course, who are very ambitious, and they're obviously looking at stepping up a few leagues. But the Sassy boys are the ones who I'm very interested in, and I see they're sitting at the top of the table. They're all kids, fairly young, and look, they're playing against men, and like we were talking off air with Con earlier, that it's probably harder to play in this league than it would be in a better, higher division. And look, these boys here, obviously they will be one of the teams that are going to get promoted, because I know, as I said, it's only halfway through the season, but the way they're playing, the way they're picking up results, they will definitely get up into the next level. But can they go any higher?
I have an interesting point to make here too. We're going to see this later on. They're going to be racking up their games. They're bringing games forward because they're going to be some of their players are going to be part of the Nationals in July and August. Now they're going to be playing 3 games in 4 days in a couple of weeks' time.
That could be the telling point.
Now, what's going to happen if they go away to the Nationals? If they get some injuries, we do not know what the repercussions are going to be with this later on down the track.
I think with Sassy, probably, I was there at a young age. I think because they have the facilities, they've got the whole scheme. They like Johnny was saying before about what players have got these days. In the sense of all the facilities and all the doctors and stuff like that, nutritions and stuff like that. I think because they have all that, and they're slowly turning into a professional base, that they have the depth. They know what's at stake. They know, they approach each game. Even when I was there, probably in the earlier stages, we used to get full reports about how we played, passes we did, disposals and stuff like that. And, a lot of the State League clubs don't have that. They're not even close. And I think that's what will probably get them over the line. They've got that sort of, that professionalism in the way they train and the way they are. I just think, that will be something for the future, and they've probably got a lot of depth.
But you're right, Nat. How are they going to cope with all these games that are coming on one after the other at such a young age? That could be a telling point.
Well, I look at my daughter's involved in the state team as well. Now they go to some of these tournaments and they're playing 2 games every day for 5 days. So I don't think.
Hard on a young body.
No, I don't think in that respect they're going to be. The only thing with that is that if they cop an injury, it's hard to recover. You've got, half a day, 1 day to recover, and if you're playing on top of an injury and again, then further down the track, that injury may turn into something a bit harder to recover from. But I think in that respect, putting up with 2-3 games, that's not a problem. It's how they go at the Nationals, whether they, hopefully not, if they don't get injuries, but sometimes they do, whether that will, be a detriment.
Yeah, but also, the wear and tear on a young body is what's going to, how they're physically going to cope with all these games is what's going to tell. And hopefully they are, the coach Martin Crook can maintain their momentum and know how to bring players on and off and rest certain players, rotate them. Going to be a big factor in where they finish up on the table.
Well, there were some games that were played over the weekend. Let's have a look at the results from those. Now, one of them was a round 1 rescheduled match. This was the Western District Toros and Salisbury match. Western District Toros 2, Salisbury United 4. Chavoni and Matteo scoring for Toros, and Pearce scoring a double, Burton and Camarine, and I've heard that actually Pearce didn't score both of those. Someone else scored the first, so I'll be interesting to get that confirmed. And also the round 14 rescheduled match, and we're talking about all these games being brought forward. Sassy 2, Gawler 1, Monterosa again on the scorecard again, and an own goal, and then Trimboli again scoring for Gawler. So that puts Sassy out on top. And what we'll do is we actually were at the game that Western District Toros took on Salisbury. So let's have a look at some of that footage if we've got it ready.